lovelies, and welcome to my do-it-yourself whipped shea butter video. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need. Essentially, you're going to need raw shea butter and some essential oils to add into the mix. So what is unrefined shea butter and why do we use it? Well, it comes from the shea nut that comes out of Africa, and we use it as a natural hair conditioner. It has plenty of vitamins and nutrients for your hair. Because of its anti-inflammatory properties, it can soothe an irritated scalp. Because it is so dense and thick, it can be a natural protectant from UV effects, direct heat usage, and it can act as a natural sealant for your hair pores. I get my raw shea butter from Amazon.com. It comes in a block just like this. And while you store it in this condition, be sure to have it in a room that is at room temperature so it doesn't melt. You can use any essential oil of your choice. I'm using avocado oil, which has many vitamins to moisturize dry, brittle hair. I'm also using grapeseed oil, which has a lot of fatty acids that protect against moisture loss, also really good for your skin. And I'm using coconut oil, which I absolutely love. It has antioxidants, tons of vitamins, promotes scalp circulation, as well as adds shine to your hair. You're going to need a metal bowl. This is where your shea butter is going to go. It's going to go right on top of your hot water, which is going to be in a pot. You also need mixing tools. I have here a mixer that attaches to an automatic mixer. So I take my raw shea butter, which is exactly 1 pound or 16 ounces. I'm cutting it in half and just using about 8 ounces to make today's portion. So what you want to do is warm up your water, and you'll just put your pot on the water and wait until it starts boiling and getting very steaming. So now you can see that the water is boiling, and now you're ready to put your shea butter on top. As the shea butter is on top of the heat, you will see that it melts into an oil consistency instead of a thick butter consistency. This is because it is melting, and we're using this indirect way to heat your shea butter so that you don't have to put it in the microwave and lose all the nutrients. This is a safe way to melt your shea butter while keeping all of the great vitamins and nutrients that it has. We melt our shea butter down so that it matches the consistency of the essential oils, and it makes for an easier mixing situation when we're adding it in to make our whipped shea butter. So now we're ready to mix. So I'm just attaching my mixing bowl to my automated mixer, and I'm just going to pour the liquid shea butter into the mixing bowl. So it's a really great light oil consistency right now, perfect for mixing. So I just add in a splash of my avocado oil, then my grapeseed oil, and then a good chunk of coconut oil. And I'm just going to mix those in. You don't want to add too much, or else the consistency is going to be too oily for the after effect. You want your added essential oils to take up 25% or less than your original mixture. So I just start mixing, and as you can see, I put it on a medium to fast mixing rate. So you'll see that it'll stay a liquid consistency for a little while. The amount of time that this step takes depends on all the different portions and oils that you use. As it mixes, you'll see that it changes the consistency and starts changing color to become a creamier color. This is how you know that it's working. It's hard to tell how long this takes, but it usually takes me around 20 to 30 minutes to get this creamy, thick consistency. You want to keep mixing until it becomes the consistency of maybe shaving cream, nice and thick and fluffy. You'll want some sort of container to store your whipped shea butter in. I'm using these mason jars because they're airtight sealed. About 25 minutes later, now that my mixture is the consistency I want, I just scoop it into these mason jars, and it pretty much evenly goes into 2 of these mason jars, plus a little extra for me to just put in my hair, on my skin. As you guys can see, it's a great consistency. It's thick, but also creamy, and it's a great sealant. I use this after I moisturize my hair to seal the rest of my hair in. It's great, especially for people with high porosity hair, because they tend to lose moisture, so you would want a thicker sealant to keep that moisture in. Again, what's super nice about the mason jars is they are airtight sealed, so I can just seal them both away and use one as I wish and put the other one away for whenever I run out of the first one. So that's how I use unrefined shea butter to make my whipped shea butter mix and seal my hair. I also use this on my skin because of all the great properties. Thanks for watching, loves, and comment below if you also love to use shea butter.